back to Playing with Penguins. So today I am posting, I know it's going to be a day late when this goes up, or late, is my plan with me and my Healthy Hero Planner. So many of you commented that you really liked the plan with me in here, and so I decided to go ahead and keep doing it. So we're going to jump into it, but first we're going to kind of look back at last week. So we're going to, actually I'm going to take you guys to my monthly first, just because I hadn't decided what I was going to do with my monthly the last time I checked in with you guys. And so let's kind of go there first. So I was still unsure of what I was going to do, and I'm still kind of iffy, but what I've been doing is just continuing with my gratitude, like little things that I'm grateful for. And I haven't decorated, which I need to do. I just haven't done it. And I did put some top priorities. I just sort of jotted them down really quickly. So my monthly is not how I want it to look yet, but it is getting there. I did make this page though, which was a looking back on December and some highlights from the month, and then a looking forward, where I did journal some things like that I'm excited about, looking forward to January and the new year, things I'm worried about, how I'm going to take care of myself, when I want to add more to my life, things like that. I threw a couple of stickers in there, so that sits in my monthly. And then this is my weekly. So I was just going to take you through it. We had done this part together, and I did get my water tracker all filled in. As you guys can see, I did get my journaling all done for the week. And I think I'm starting to figure out sort of what I like, what I want to track. And last week I used the focus for like my sleep stats, and then my other stats were down here at the bottom. And so I think I'm going to make some changes moving into next week, because as like I said in the previous plan with me, is that I think my style in here is going to evolve over time. So we are going to take these pages out. And then something else I wanted to do for you guys, because I thought it might be helpful, is if I try to stick to 1 or 2 sticker books, not always, but to just try and challenge myself to do that, to make it a little bit easier for you guys to be able to try out spreads. So what I'm going to use for this one is the Free Spirit sticker book. This is the only sticker book that I have next to me right now. I have no other sticker books around except for this one. I know that, you know, there is a Healthy Hero sticker book, but I am not going to use it. We're going to stick with the Free Spirit book. I do have a bunch of pens. I have a couple mild liners, and some other things, but we are going to stick with this one and sort of try to do a spread with just the Free Spirit sticker book. So one of the things that I did discover is that I don't necessarily, I'm going to open up my weekly from last week really quickly over here off camera. I found that some of the things I was tracking were not really that helpful. They're there, but I don't really know that I need some of that information. So we're going to change that up a little bit and start trying to work on this focus box, which I know some people are struggling with. Also, I found that the Today section, what I was using it for, which was to sort of prep my mind, to get my mind right for the day, I didn't really use it. I actually used it in retrospect. I kind of went back and wrote in there, so that's not very super helpful. So we're going to try to find some other uses for these. All right, so this week is my first week back at school, and I do have my sticker book off to the side. I may zoom you guys out so you can kind of see my process with the stickers as I kind of go through. You can see a little bit. So I'm going to zoom you guys out just a little bit here. All right, so this is my first week back at school, first full week with my students back and everything, and so I am looking forward to that, but also a little bit nervous to go back to school, just because I've had so many weeks off from the kids, and you know, sometimes you just sort of start to forget things. So this is the new Free Spirit sticker book. I know some people are still struggling finding this particular book, so but this is the one that I was like, oh, I think this will really work as far as just working within Healthy Hero. So you have a lot of decorative stickers to start off with, and that's not where I want to start. I don't want to start with my deco first. I kind of want to fill that in later because this is going to be a little bit more of a, Healthy Hero is more of like a practical spread, I think. So we have these My Mantra stickers over here. And I think that with going back to school, having a mantra is probably a good thing to have for the week. So I'm going to move this page off to the side. We're going to start here in the front. So my goal for this week, I think I'm actually going to cover up the goal part and just go with what my mantra is for this week rather than a goal itself. And then I'm going to take one of the Make a List stickers and I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. Actually, I'm going to start from here and I'm going to put this here. And this Make a List sticker is going to go with like how I want to achieve my mantra. So those are going to kind of go together as its own little sidebar. I really do like having the water tracker over here on the side because then it's something that I don't actually have to put in my tracking on this side. So that is good. So this part that says food log where I did my daily journaling, that was perfect. That was exactly how I needed it to be. Now, as far as what I'm going to be tracking, let's go ahead and fill that in down here. So steps I definitely want to track because that kind of helps me see like how much I'm actually moving. So I'm going to go ahead and write in steps here. Now, stand hours, okay. I mean, that's just, you know, how much I get up and stand up. I was doing active minutes and move minutes and average heart rate. I don't really feel like I need the stand hours, the active minutes and all that stuff. Actually, active minutes I'm going to keep, but I'm actually going to look at the exercise minutes. So that's a different, it has different, on the Apple Watch, it says different things. Like there's your move, like how much you moved throughout the day. And then there's your exercise minutes. And so maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my move stat from my watch. And then I'm going to put my exercise stat from my watch. So I'm going to read those off a little bit differently than I did last week. And then I want to track my sleep. That is something, I have this awesome app called Auto Sleep, and it does amazing things tracking like how much time I'm getting sleep, how much quality sleep, how much deep sleep. And I feel like those stats are so, so important. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to draw a little line, a little dotted line right here because I want to look at my sleep. So below this line is going to be sleep, and I'm not going to write sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write time. This is my total time sleeping. Then I'm going to look at my deep sleep. The deep sleep is really important for me because I'm a very light sleeper and I don't always get enough really deep, restful sleep. And then I'm going to look at my quality of sleep. So I'm going to write quality. So those main stats, those things I am very interested in. So it's going to be these 6 things, and it's going to travel across the entire page. So I'm going to take this dotted line and I'm going to go like this. Now, I think what I'm also going to do is I have some goals set up in my Apple Watch for all these things as well as sleep and stuff. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mild liners, and as I actually hit the goals that I have for myself, I'm going to highlight them when I hit them so that I can almost in a way color code it so that I can see when I'm hitting them. And I've done that in my Auto Sleep app, that I have certain things in certain colors. And so when I reach like purple and hot pink on my Auto Sleep app, I can tell that I have achieved the goals that I have for my sleeping. And I have something similar on my Apple Watch. So I want to notate that in my actual planner. So that's going to be my stats portion. And then this, of course, is my journaling portion. So that I leave completely like open. I don't want to put anything in there. So as far as the focus, this is one thing that has really been bugging me, is how I want to use the focus for, like in this planner. And I don't really know how other people are using that. And I know some people are struggling with how they're going to use that. And I'm kind of right there with you, because last week I focused on my sleep and I documented all of that. So something that just occurred to me, and it just occurred to me, is that maybe I would take, kind of like we're doing with the one little word, maybe I'll take like one word that I focus on, and I kind of write a little bit about like what that word, like how I focused on that word, rather than putting that in my journaling space. So let's see. So I'm going to use this little priority sticker, and I'm actually going to use that to cover up the word focus here. And then there were some little flags right here, and I'm going to use this red one with a star. And let's see, in this little blank space, well, maybe I'll do this. I'm gonna put this sideways right here. And then I'm using my black Papermate Flair a lot lately just because it helps things stand out. And I'm gonna write the word right here. So the word that I'm choosing is mindfulness. Because that is definitely something that has been a priority for me in my head, of wanting to be mindful of my actions, my intentions, how I'm going about things. And so I'm writing this kind of like bigger and blockier and like across this little blank area here to give myself room to write down like how I'm practicing mindfulness as a focus for the week. So let's see how that goes. So it's going to be mindfulness all the way across. All right, so as far as the today section, I feel like I want that to be a motivational space for me. So I'm honestly, I think, and I also might use it as a creative decorative space, because otherwise I don't get to put a lot of stuff in here as decoration. So for Monday, I'm going to put be a seeker of everyday magic. I'm going to put it a little bit above because I did write into the today box a little bit with the mindfulness. And it looks like it's probably going to cover up Monday. So my X-Acto knife is in the other room, so that's why I am not using it. So I am going to attempt to cut the sticker straight across. So I just honestly just set my scissors down and just went straight across with them laying on the table, which it's not exactly straight. All right, well, that's good enough. That's what I say. All right, so be seeker of everyday magic. And I just had another idea. I'm gonna give myself a writing prompt up here. And I'm gonna say, how do you see magic, using this to bounce off? How do you see magic in your life every day? And so we're gonna fill that in at some point this week. How do I see magic in my life every day? It's gonna give me something. I'm gonna focus on mindfulness, but I'm also gonna focus on being aware and looking at what magic looks like in my life from Monday to Wednesday. And so now, let's see. So then I'm gonna take this one that says focus on finding your wings, and I'm gonna put that one in this box, but I'm gonna cover up some of this white space because otherwise it'll go up and cover up Thursday. And my prompt is gonna be, how do you give your students wings every day? And so that's going to be a focus on my students, of giving them wings and helping them be able to fly. So I'm going to focus on that like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and kind of reflect on that and giving them wings. So let's try that. Let's see how that goes. All right. And then I don't know what my mantra is going to be for the week. I have to figure that out. Don't know that yet. I want this one to be focused on me. How do you give your students wings every day? And then, oh, I'm going to add to that. How do you spread yours? So that way it's not just focused on them, but also focused on me, but kind of on the same wavelength. All right, now I do want to add a little decoration and decor to this, and let's see, there's this cute little hexagon that says enjoy the journey, so I'm gonna pop that in here. And then let's see, this I feel like kind of goes a little bit with the giving the kids wings and me having wings. And I'm going to stick this right here in the middle of the page. I don't want to take up any space from the mindfulness. So I'm putting this right here. That says trust yourself. Just a little bit of motivation for me. And then I enjoyed last week, I took my journaling space for the weekend and did it together for Saturday and Sunday. So I'm gonna do that again, but I'm gonna use this double box sticker that kind of goes with that a little bit. That gives me that space. And then, let's see. All right, I'm gonna go to the front where we have some of this awesome decorative stuff, and there's these really pretty kind of bohemian flowers with like rose gold, and they made them to where they were already like cut so you don't have to cut them. And I'm gonna put this one here on the side coming in. And then I'm gonna take one of these smaller ones. That's a full one. Oh geez, that's a 3. Huh. That was connected to 2 other ones. That is not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna put one here with my mantra and make a list. And then I'm going to use one more, or no, I'm gonna use something else. I've got 2 of those. And let's see. I'm gonna take a moon with some of that foiling. And I'm going to layer it on top of the water tracker and the make a list and cover the food log because I don't use that as a food log. And then I want to put one more thing. I'm going to take one of these small feathers and because it says focus on finding your wings, I'm going to lay a feather right there. All right, so that is my healthy hero for this week. Let's see how this goes, if this goes a little bit better than last week was, and how I like that. And I will post on my Instagram sort of updates as we go through the week, halfway through the week, and then at the end of the week. So let me see how you guys are using yours. Please share your Healthy Hero planners with me. I'm at Ice Cold Penguin. Oh, that's the wrong one. But Ice Cold Penguin is one of my Instagrams. It's just not my planning Instagram. At Planning with Penguins. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and then share some of your spreads with me. I'd love to see what you're doing and how you're doing. And I guess until next time, guys, be mindful and happy planning. Bye.